What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? What up, doe? What up? What up? What up? What up, doe? Oh, I'm acting silly. What's good, y'all? Welcome to class. It is me, Brandon Copeland, here to teach you Saturday morning yoga. So you can go to your mat, and we'll get started. Wait, I'm going too fast. If you have not yet, please like the video, subscribe. You can donate at the thing in below, but really like and subscribe. Share with your friends, right? Do it with a friend, especially in this time. And also, I guess just before this, don't take this too seriously. I'm going to challenge you. I want you to work. Take it as seriously as you can, but don't take it too seriously, right? If you need to rest, rest. You're at the crib. You don't take any yoga vibes you might have taken into old classes or taken from old classes into this class. Let it be something that's new and unique and fun and enjoy yourself, right? But no, we're gonna work. We're gonna work. Okay, you ready? Let's go. All right. So we're gonna come to standing at the top of our mats. The top is gonna be where you are focused mostly, right? And hey, what's up, y'all on Instagram? I might be looking back and forth between cameras. That's why I'm on two different things. But the top is where we're going to kind of anchor our practice. We're kind of always coming back to the top. So figure out which direction you want to face. Let's bring palms together at the center of the chest. And let's take 5 deep breaths. Right? I like to practice or start practice anchored. So we'll begin like that. Let's look at the toes. And yes, I'm actually look at the toes. Let the ankles move a little bit. Toes move, right? Start to move into your joints. Lift the toes. Spread the toes out. Press the toes down. So you feel your toes and heels connected to the ground. Let the knees bend a little bit so you feel that connection a little bit, right? You feel yourself kind of using the knees. Then we'll stack them directly over the ankles. So we're stacking joints. Let's bring hands to the hips. Hips stack over the knees. Maybe move that around. See where you might have tightness. Maybe it's in the front or the side body. Maybe the left or the right. Then through your chest and shoulders. Stack that right over. Feeling this strength in the line, right? Between your hips, your knees, and your feet. But in that strength, because these are strong, you can move, right? So try to see what it's like for your spine, anchored by your legs, to move, right? Let's let the arms hang. Let's swing the arms a little bit. So we start to open to the shoulders. And any type of movement is good, right? But we're breathing, right? So it's like you're doing this, but it's not so that you get stronger with windmills. Like, but when you breathe, you can feel all that range. What does that feel like, right? Maybe spread the fingers out. Reach the fingers back. Try and find the edges of the body, right? And then we'll reach forward. Let's see if we can hug our shoulders, tuck the chin. It's as if we're trying to press out of the skin, right? We really want to see where the bones are having trouble going, where the joints might be a little tight, and where the muscles might be doing the same. Now, finally, with the chin, we'll stack the shoulders and chest directly over the hips. So I'm standing tall enough. I'm standing tall to the spine, have rooted legs. Navel's in, chin is up. Now, we have space in the throat to take deeper breaths. The body is ready to expand and contract. Let's let the eyes or the mind focus on one thing, right? The eyes look into one spot. And we'll take 4 deep breaths like that with the head lifted, chin up, standing tall. Here for 1. Exhale. 2. 3. 'Trying to find your deepest breath. 4. And we'll move on 5. Exhale out. Follow the same rhythm. We started our energy. Let's keep it going. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, step or hop the feet back. So I'll step my right and my left, dropping the knees first. Come down. Inhale, lift the chest up, breathe in. Straighten through legs, maybe knees stay down. Exhale, curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Now let's play in this class, right? I've taught you this similar class on the last 2 Saturdays. So if you want to go back and check those out, you can. If you want something more simple,
but we're gonna play. And by play, I mean just play, right? So you can lift your right leg if you want to, like I am, right? You can maybe reach the right foot back or the left, right? You have 4 breaths, so practice between those things. Maybe you're lifting one leg up, maybe you're reaching the foot back. Maybe you're just working on your downward facing dog and seeing what it feels like for that straight line to come through your back and try not to keep shoulders over the wrists. You're looking back between the feet. Maybe you're working on straightening the legs. Maybe you're bending the legs, right? It's your choice on the mat. You have 3 more breaths to explore this pose. Not looking for a right answer. Just kind of looking for as many answers as you can get. What does this feel like? What does that feel like? How do I do this? What is this? Right? Whatever you want. You have 1 more breath. Good. Curl the toes under. Look forward. And step to the top of your mat. So we'll bring the right foot forward. And then the left. Inhale, lift your head up and fold forehead to knees. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, palms together at the center of the chest as you breathe out. So hands come down, breath comes out. Good. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, step back. Half push up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Breathe in, straighten through your arms. Tuck the chin, look down. Lift the chin, look up. Look over the left shoulder. And look over the right. Now we curl the toes under, tuck the chin, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. We're here for 1. 2. Breathing in and out of the nose. Slow, steady breath. 3. 4. Just priming the body. And look forward. Bend the knees. Step or hop to the top. 5. Breathe in. Then lift the head up. My hips stack right over the ankles. I'll lift the head and chest up. And then exhale with the hips still. Fold. Give me what you got. Let it go. But relax. So even though we effort our way down a little bit, our mind wants us to go low, let the backs of the legs reflect ease, right? So you're just letting this happen. Right? Inhale. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Opposite. Now you're pressing through and up. And then exhale. Hands down the center of the chest. Good. We have 2 more. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale. Fold. Breathe out. Let's follow pace. Inhale. Lift the head up. Exhale. Step or hop the feet back. Push into your hands as you hop back. Right? Inhale. Come up. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths, you decide. Maybe legs lift, maybe they don't. You can be still like we did last time. If you need rest, please take rest with purpose. Knees come down, toes back, hips back, forehead is on the mat. You're resting, right? It's an action. Right? I think a lot of times we get used to looking for rest, like for jobs or things like that. You're not. You're actively taking rest, right? So as you put your forehead on the mat, take a deep breath in and take a fuller breath out. Choose to do less. Or you have 3 breaths. Or if you're up, you're choosing, you're breathing in. You're choosing to do more. What is the choice? Right? We're here for 2 more breaths. If you're balanced, you're balanced. Last breath. As in hands and feet are working, you're in down dog, your inhale and exhale match. Look forward, step or hop to the top, breathe in. Exhale, fold, forehead is down. I know it's getting tiring. Inhale, reach your arms up, oh the arms. Exhale, hands down. We're focused on arms today, meaning you're going to feel panicked. That's okay. Take deep breaths. I promise you it'll be worth it in the end. You'll feel super relaxed by the end, I promise. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold, breathe out. Inhale, we push the hands down, or fingertips, or whatever you got, to lift and extend. So I'll push my chest forward, right? That's where the arms come in. If you're here, that's perfectly fine. Here is even better, right? You have more support. And then we'll step back, right foot. Then we'll step back to the left. Fingers are spread wide, elbows in, very slowly come down. Inhale, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale, your choice, down dog or child's pose. If you like, you can take fire jumps, bringing feet together as you bend your knees. Inhale, feet come up, and then exhale, hips come down. This is a choice. You decide what you want to do, but you're trying to shift that weight to your hands, using your inhale to press into the hands. And then using your exhale to settle. Last breath like this. And exhale. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. Straight line, look up. And with purpose, you're choosing to relax. Exhale. Breathe out. Now the heart's beating faster than it normally does. Your mind's racing. You're getting into this mode of panic. It might be familiar, right? Slow down. Take a deep breath. If you're not good, don't listen to what I'm saying. But for all those folks out there that are just kind of that's normal. We want that. We like that, right? We love that our body activates like that. In this practice, let's focus, especially with the arm balances, because it's going to come to a point where it's just like, let's focus on maintaining the peace, right? Keep the breath calm, and your body is ready. It'll show up. I feel like you have to add more energy. This is what I mean. Bend your knees, reach your arms up. Let the arms be relaxed and the legs be relaxed. It's a tough position, but they're open enough for you to just kind of settle into it a little bit more than trying to get into the pose. So while the movement gets a little more strenuous and a little lower, we'll get even more relaxed. We'll get even more nonchalant maybe. We'll let our breath be the focus, not the movement. Exhale, fold. Focus on the big breath out. See if there are any spaces in the backs of the legs that you maintain stress. You keep it there. Can you just let that space be less hard? Can you let the hamstrings be a little softer? Can you let the calves or the hips be a little softer? Can you allow your chest to go lower? Inhale, lift the head up, back is straight. So we bring that strength back into those muscles, but just enough to lengthen out and balance. Don't overdo it. Hips over the ankles. Step the right foot back. Drop your hip. Stretch out to the front of your right quad, the top of the quad, the thigh here. Good. And look over the left shoulder. Let's bring left hand to left knee. And we're going to look all the way over the shoulder. You can drop the right knee down for an added stretch. Take a breath in. And breath out. Let's bring hands down. Step the left foot back. Thanks. Sorry, Instagram. Left foot's back. And we'll come all the way down. Chest down. Spread the fingers out. Inhale, come up. Look up. Exhale. Curl your toes under. Downward facing dog. Let's step that right foot back forward. Come up, inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, open up, right hand forward, left hand back, warrior two. Look at your right middle finger. Good, rear for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's straighten through the right leg. Reach right hand forward, right hands down, triangle pose. Reach the left arm up, rear for 1. Eyes focus on the thumb, and we're focused more on body. Can I take steady, consistent breaths? Then the body. We're here for 2 more. 3. And 4. Let's bring the left hand down. Back foot comes forward. Right arm reaches up. We'll twist. We're here for 1. Maybe hand to shin or block. 2. 3. And 4. Right hand comes down, bend into your right knee. We'll bring right elbow to knee. Left hand forward, reach up, look up. Here for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's come down, bring the left knee down. Palms together at the center of your chest. Twist, left elbow outside of your right knee. We're here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands come down. Now you reset. Forget about all the instruction I just gave you. Just feel the flow of this breath. What do the muscles feel like? How do they newly move? Breath out. Breath in. And breath out. Downward facing dog. Heels down, hips up. Look forward. Let's bring the elbows to the mat and give our body a little shock. We're working our arms today, so we're going to challenge the shoulders first, right? We're going to challenge the arms connection to the body. So let's bring our chest towards the ground, nose towards the ground, looking back behind you, stretching through the tops of the shoulders, maybe even tucking the chin towards the belly button, right? Stretching through the arms first, so we don't just overload them. Feel how this stretch might feel nice if you use your shoulders a lot. It might feel very heavy if you're not used to using your triceps that much, right? Let's shift the weight to the front of the arms or the biceps and see how we can transfer that stretch into action. So we'll keep this length in the backs of our arms, right? This space you can feel between the elbow and shoulder. Let's try to keep that length, but add a little strength to it as we stack the shoulders over the elbows. You have 4 more breaths looking forward, trying to keep this space between the armpits and the elbows instead of just kind of collapsing. If you do collapse, do it with purpose. Knees come down. Choose to rest and stretch the space out. Here for 3 more breaths, trying to keep the shoulders elevated over the elbows, looking forward and breathing steady. We can have a nice, calm conversation, right? Here for 2. And beyond doing what I'm asking, notice what your mind is doing. Be nice to yourself. Last breath. Be nice to me too. Kind of. And exhale, come down. We put ourselves under this duress. Forehead can touch the mat. Rest. So that we can hear what our mind does in stressful situations. Right? So be kind to yourself no matter what your mind did. If you panicked, if you didn't panic, or if you gave up, whatever it was. Clear your mind now. Bring your hands back behind you so your shoulders stretch. Let the forehead and tip of the nose touch the mat. Maybe let the elbows slide to the outsides of the legs and breathe in and out. Focusing more on out. If you feel overwhelmed, right? If you're enjoying that exhilarating kind of like charged feeling, breathe it in. Use it, right? Know that your action can kind of reflect a little bit less effort if you have that energy kind of already going, right? If you already are just kind of charged, you don't have to do that much. Or you don't have to put as much purposeful effort into it. Your body will just respond. Let's look forward. Left foot's forward, right knee is back. Excuse me. We're going to bring the right foot forward. Right hand comes to your right knee. And we're going to look over the right shoulder. Feel free to drop the left knee down if you want to have an additional stretch. But we're stretching through this left leg. Kind of help us out with our standing poses. We're here for 3, 2. Last breath. And 1. Good. Let's drop the left foot down. We do a quick warrior 1. So bring ourselves to standing up. Shoulders down, arms up, reach through the fingers. Navel is in. But let the hips sink. Kind of let your legs be like shocks, right? As your fingers reach and lift you up, navel in, right? You have this nice straight front body. Let the legs just be buoyant, right? The hips sink down. Reach your arms up, and then we'll open up. Right hand forward, left hand back, warrior 2. Am I tripping? I feel like I'm tripping. I think I am tripping. If we're on left side, switch to left. I'm actually going to switch because I'm thinking I did right last side. Left foot, yeah, I know I did. I can feel it. So, excuse me. Left hand reaches. Right arm reaches out, and we're in our warrior 2 on the left side. Look at the left middle finger. We're here for 1. Yeah, I can feel it. And so you'll notice the imbalance, right? My mind forgot. It was like, wait, I don't remember, because I'm trying a new sequence today. It's brand new. But your body doesn't. You remember that event. You remember feeling that. I remember this time, right? And so pay attention to the body, right? It's like a history of your life. Stretch through the left leg, straighten through your left leg. Left hand comes forward, left hand is down. Right arm is up. We're here for triangle pose for 1. Looking through the thumb. Breath is steady. 2, 3, and 4. Let's bring the right hand down. Shoot the left foot back. And the right toes point forward. Square the hips. Right? Everything's square. So right hand can come down. Fingertips maybe touch the mat. Maybe your ankle. And we're going to twist and reach the left arm up. Yep, left arm up, palms flat, deep breath in. Reaching through your fingers. This is a tough stretch. Be nice to yourself. We're here for 2 more breaths. Maybe hand to shin or block, or outside of the foot if you're feeling very flexible. Last breath. Good. Let's bring the left hand down. Extended side angle is our next posture, right? So left elbow can come to your knee. Sink the left hip to line up with your left knee and reach the right hand forward. Looking towards the ceiling. We're here for 1. 2. 3. Breathe into the right side body. Open up through your ribs. Last breath. Keep sinking the hips, and then we'll come down. Right? Drop the right knee down. Palms together at the center of your chest. Twist right elbow outside of your left knee. Lifting the chest up. Press the foot down. Here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come back to center. Hands down. We'll stand all the way up. Arms wide. And then come to standing at the top of your mat. Good. Mountain pose, 3 breaths. Press through your toes, lengthen through your legs. Kind of feel this same action in mountain pose that we've been standing in. Feel that length happen here, right? Palms together. We're here for 1. Feel how as you start from the bottom, as the legs are strong, that means the navel can operate from a whole nother perspective. I can keep the navel in, I can reach my rib. If my legs aren't active, I can't really do that, right? So see how both halves can help each other out. Last breath. And exhale. I like to think that we're priming ourselves not for war, but for peace in a way, right? You can do all that aggressive stuff if you want, right? But there's something to be said about balance, right? Power is kind of balanced out with flexibility. So see if you could take this same energy and let's use it in our hand balancing, right? So we're going to try and keep that active side of balance. I would say that standing balance is a little bit more calming and cooling. Balancing on the hands is a lot more fiery, right? So take that energy that you have here and let's put it into our crow pose. So I'm going to spread my feet, and really the way you do crow is however you like. I'm just going to show you a better angle. Fingers spread on your mat. The chest and shoulders want to stay open. So we're practicing keeping the shape that we would have in our half push-up, right? With the chest coming forward and down, or even our upward facing dog, or our downward facing dog, right? All of the different parts of the shoulders and chest and back are working together to stay open. So let's try and maintain that as we go into this crow kind of workshop thing. So we'll bring the fingers spread wide, and we want them in line with the shoulders. Not really wider, not really closer. Closer is going to be much harder. A little bit wider might give you more room to use your arms. So if you find yourself a little wider, that's okay. But try and keep in line with your shoulders because we're working on balance. So we don't want to use strength as much. Let's come to the toes and feet. You can walk your toes towards your wrists. And as we bend the elbows, our main goal, not even in our balance yet, is to keep the shoulders and chest open, to keep a steady breath, right? So as we work on touching the knees to the backs of the arms, if this is where you're stopping, that's fine. Just try and keep this shape, chest open, arms open. You're doing good work here, right? Once the knees and the elbows touch, you can spread the fingers out and looking forward, using the chest. Let's lean our weight so that the weight begins to come into the hands and out of the feet, into our crow pose. We try to let the feet get light, and maybe we go higher up on the arms. Maybe if you're just starting out, the insides of the legs, like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get up there, Brandon. What is this? Right? Saturday morning, I'm trying to do this. Let the insides of your legs come to the arms and start low. Right? So maybe you do like this, and you're starting kind of like this frog kind of pose. Notice my toes are still on the ground. They even actually have most of the weight. And I'm just stretching to the pelvis and hips, trying to play with my arm balancing. Crow pose will be knees to the backs, or really knees squeezing the arms, like this, right? Crane is knees on the backs of the arms with the options of the arm straightening, right? Take the next 5 breaths to practice your pose. Really, remember, this starts like this and has a whole bunch of this in between, right? So try and get to the place and maybe use, I don't know where my block went. Where's my block? My computer's on. Maybe use a block or something. For the next 3 breaths, let's lean our weight forward. See if we can kind of get into that space where as we lean, where you feel the nerves come. Try and keep it about the breath and keep the breath steady. We're here for 3. Looking forward. If you come back, take a breath out. Shoulders relaxed, come back at it. 2. Last breath. Good. Step our hop the feet back, half push up. We're here for 3. Chest hovers, chest hovers. Remember, breath is calm. 2. and 1. Knees come down, point the toes back. Inhale, push. Tuck the chin first, stretch to the back of the neck, and then lift the chest. Fingers spread out, look up. Good. Let's curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. We'll bring hands forward, spread the fingers out, and we'll play with our handstand from downward dog. So you can reach the left leg up. This shape right here, holding the hands on the ground with the foot down, this is the same as your handstand, right, in shape, but it's building your arms. So maybe for the next 5 to 8 breaths, you just stay here. You're working on reaching and lengthening out, pretending like your feet is going straight into the air, like you're handstanding, right? Either one of these legs is fine. If you feel confident here, right, maybe you kick one leg up. Notice I'm not saying jumping. We're going to kick and let this bottom leg follow. Just trying to keep that same straight shape. Let's take 5 breaths to kind of play around here. 1. Maybe switch legs. 2. 3. Just working the arms, working the arms. 4. And 5. Now, knees come down. Let's rest. Bring knees wide. Bring the hands forward and the palms facing up. Forehead touches the mat. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring the hands back to touch the back of the neck. For the next 5 breaths, feel yourself settling the armpits towards the mat. Or if you want to continue practice, of course, you can always practice how you like. We're here for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Do one more arm practice. Then we'll let the arms relax and we'll take Shavasana. All right? One more practice. Here we go. So, we're focused on keeping the shoulders over the elbows, keeping this length, right? Kind of distinguishing between the front of the arm and the back of the arm. How do they both lengthen the elbow away from the shoulder, right? Let's keep that. We did our forearms, right? So we pressed into our hands and did our downward facing dog with the leg lifts. Let's add the chest, right? So this is where your handstand practice really kind of comes in. We'll bring palms flat on the ground. We're going to come to our tiptoes, looking forward. And again, take your level at your level, right? Once you get there, stop. Absorb it for 2-3 breaths. Go back, try again at that same level. So you set the marker, right? If you stop before I stop, and work on getting to the next place, right? But know that we're all kind of going to a place and then we'll all come down. So none of this really matters, right? We'll all never be able to do this once we're dead, right? So just kind of let the journey be the journey, have fun, especially with handstands. That's why I'm having you stand here, because you're going to do a lot of just this, just waiting and hands on the ground. So get used to it. Let's walk the toes towards the wrists. I'm going to try and bring my heel in, and get my heels up, palms pressed down. And so keeping the shoulders stacked over the wrists, let's tap one toe to the wrist as high as we can and bring it back. Then the other. Good, we're here for 3. 2, right, and then left. Last one. Let's bring the feet down, right? Let's bring the hands to the elbow creases. Bend your knees, sway to your left, sway to your right. Look behind you. Let the back of the neck relax. Notice how as that happens, you might feel a little bit more at ease as that knot in the shoulder blades kind of untangles. Let yourself settle and sway. For 3. Breathing here, not just waiting for it all to be over, but actively relaxing, like we said before. choosing to take these moments to exhale, to feel change in the muscles, to feel release, to feel tension coming out of the arms by choice. Maybe the hands need to hang or you need to change your shape for that to happen. That's fine. Here for 2. But you're exercising your control to let go. And 1. Good. Let's bring the hands down. And we have just traditional play. So for the next 5, we'll just take small hops. Fingers spread, toes together. Let's inhale, knees to chest. Exhale. Now that's 10 years of practice, right? So don't necessarily get caught up in that. Let this be it. Right? That's good. That's your journey. Right? We're here for 5. If you're kind of familiar there, try to keep knees to chest, heels in. Back is long, arms are straight. And don't get caught up in the inhale. Be sure to exhale when you come down. We're here for 4. Maybe try to keep the legs straight and work on the hips going over the wrists. 3. Push the feet back to not go too far forward. 2. Last breath. Good. Now, give it a break. Knees down, hips back, forehead on the mat. Rest. Child's pose. We're here for 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Let's stretch to the back of the neck. Hands come behind us. Or either under your shoulders. That's fine. Forehead down on the mat. Let's roll to the top of the head. And look back. It's kind of like our rabbit pose. Rabbit pose would be hands to ankles. With the hand support is kind of nice. Whichever you'd like. We're here for 5. 4. Connected to breath still. It's the guiding force, right? 3. 2. And 1. Let's bring the hands down by the knees. Come to your tiptoes. So maybe, again, you're just working on getting the head down, keeping the back of the neck straight. You can always keep the knees down. I always say, take an extra day. If you feel worried about doing a pose, wait till tomorrow. Let your mind process where you are now, right? And just kind of take it easy. The breath is why we're here. The pose is coming up, trust me. But if you're working on your headstand, hands down, tripod headstand is a great way to go. Palms flat. I want to make a triangle with my head. So my head is in between my hands like this. It's not way forward like this. It's just flat right in front of my hands. Boom. Elbows over the wrist. Lift to your toes. And this may be, again, where you stop. This is cool, figuring out how to use the hips. You have a bigger butt than me, right? This might be harder, right? You might have more to work with. I don't know. So stop where you are, where you feel like not necessarily just comfortable, but right over the edge of comfortable, where you're kind of working a little bit. Just breathe. Maybe your knees come to your elbows, toes down. Maybe you lift the feet. Maybe you lift the heels. But our arms, our hands are doing about 80% of this work with the head just there to keep us balanced. Because you could lift up, maybe come back to your crow pose like we did before. Or if this is really easier for you to do crow, come to crow and bring the head down. Notice my feet don't have to leave. We're in our headstand for the next 8. Feeling free to go to your child's pose if this becomes too much. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Taking rest when you need it. 2. And 1. Good. Knees down, head down. Let yourself relax. Kind of let yourself let it go. Forehead touches the mat. Actually, let's bring our hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the right arm up. Bring your right hand behind your left wrist, excuse me. So my right palm will face up, and I'm going to stretch through my shoulders and my back and my neck, right? So right hand goes towards your left. Drop the right ear down. Shoulders down. Fingers come forward. here to your shoulder to left bicep, right? And then go to about like 60, 70% in your effort, and then just relax, breathe, let yourself melt down towards the ground for 1. If you'd like to add a little effort, let it be yourself leaning back. Stretch it through your right shoulder a little more. 2. Last breath. Good. Left hand underneath your left shoulder. Kind of sitting up. Reach the arm up. And exhale, come down. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Stretch through your ribs, stretch through your shoulders. And then bring the left hand underneath the right arm. See, start to get lazy. Left shoulder down, left ears down. Reach the right hand forward and come down, lean back. We're here for 1. 2. 3. And 4. Let's bring the right hand down. Left arm reaches up. And then bring the left hand down. Good. We'll sit back. Let's take a slight shoulder stand. Slight back bend, slight shoulder stand, and then we'll rest. So heels are in. We bring the shoulders to the mat. This is going to help stretch through the back of the neck. So hands are flat and lift the ribs up. Press the back of the head down and lift the chin away from your chest. We're here for 1. If you have wheel pose that you'd like to take with hands by your ears, lifting up, you can take it, right? We're here for 2. 3. 4. And 5. Let's come down. Bring knees to chest and shift to the left and to the right. We didn't do a lot with the legs today, so I don't want to kind of throw you into back bends really deeply. So your legs might feel light, kind of like mine do now. We'll take 1 more. Decide, kind of based on your legs, how they feel. If you're using your legs, they aren't as prime, meaning that you might feel a little more wobbly in the leg, right? So don't necessarily take it too far. Let's begin. We're here for 1. In our back bend, either wheel pose or our bridge pose with the shoulders on the ground. 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale, you can come down. Bring knees to chest, cross your ankles, shift to your left and to your right. Just giving the lower back a slight massage. Then we'll bring our feet into the air, feet up, palms flat. You can lift the hips and stack your hands with your hips on your lower back if you want to take this kind of legs up the wall without the wall position. Or feet can go up and over your head. Let's bring palms flat with the feet up and over, reaching behind us. Not necessarily touching yet, but even here is good. We want to use the heels so we don't have our knees in our chest. Push the heels back. Straighten your legs. Push straight back. Right? Working on our chakrasana or a transition. Hands behind you, palms flat, lift the hips. We're here for 2. Big breath in this position, letting the back of the neck and the shoulders relax. Last breath. Bend the elbows and take your middle or lower back. If you feel like you don't have space to do that, you can't. Bring hands down and interlace the fingers. Scooting the elbows in, shoulders in to give your hips more height. Push the heels back, activate the legs. Then take your middle or lower back and lift one leg up and the other leg up. Chin is away from the chest, so you don't feel like this if you tack it like that. All right, lift the chin away from your chest. Squeeze the elbows, push the heels, and use the feet. Use your legs so your shoulders can relax a little more. So as you lift the hips up and over the ribs and the shoulders, let the back of the neck settle. You're using your balance to be a little heavier so that the back of the neck stretches out. You're creating space between the back of the head and the shoulders. You're opening it up. So keep the hips stacked over that space so that energy going down stretches it out. We're here for 3. You can't tell, this pose is very relaxing. 2. You can feel free to do other things with your arms if you like. If you feel like your shoulders and head are just perched in your balance well enough. 3. And do other things with your legs if you like. Right? Whatever you want. 4. And a 5. Good. Let's bring palms flat. Slowly, shoulders. Press down towards the mat. Hips are down. Nice. Knees to chest. Let's bring arms wide. Knees over to your left. Maybe look over your right shoulder. So if you notice, if you've been practicing with me for the last few weeks, these poses do go together in particular sequences and make you feel certain ways. And so maybe for 5 or 10 minutes a day, just play around with some poses. Maybe start with one or a sequence, like I like to start with sun salutations, and just see what your body kind of tells you to do. Right? It's a good practice in trusting your breath and trusting that you're safe in your body will guide you the right way. And a good practice in ownership, right? Especially now, knees to chest, as we're in this time like where we literally have all of our time. No other human rate, like, let's bring your knees over to the other side, sorry. There's been very few other times where we, one, caught this, so we're insulated. It's not that it's not dangerous, but there's a lot of time that we have voluntarily to ourselves. Some of us, are just at home just to be safe. You're self-quarantine. But it's tough, right? It can be really tough to just own your time, right? But this is what we have to do. We have to start to trust our breath and just let the events occur. Let things happen, right? Follow the path. And it sounds really hippy-yogi, but this is the lifestyle aspect of the practice, right? You do these things on the mat to feel uncomfortable so that when you're in regular life and you're bored and it sucks being at home by yourself, or when you're deciding on what's the next Netflix thing you're going to watch, or when you're getting out of a rut, or when you're making a decision on a job, when you're doing any of these things in life that is going to advance or evolve your life, bring your knees to the center of your chest, you start with the breath. Your breath can be really small and pessimistic, and that will be the outlook that you see for where you go. Your breath can be big and expansive and open, right? And so let's try and maintain that big, open, expansive breath. Knowing that we can get to that other place, we can be small if we need to. But let's try and, in our actions, in our everyday life actions this week, right? Not next week, or really just today. Take a deep breath, make decisions. Try something that's yours and brand new. So, and start, I think, with yoga. Because it's you telling your body what to do. So it's pretty local. Right, let's bring the hands to the pelvis. Massage the tops of the pelvis if you like. All right, kind of, tight. Bring your shoulders, hands to your shoulders. You can massage the shoulders if you like. Start to check in points in the body, maybe back of the arms, that you do feel tension, and bring your fingers to them. Right, so making decisions not just with the breath, but with feeling. Right, so maybe see if there's any spaces that need massaging in the back of the neck. This is a nice one. Back of the neck or the shoulders. Preparing for your shavasana or corpse pose. That's where you get to lay down flat on your back on the mat, heels down, toes out, palms face up. And even in stillness, right? Outside of the actions that we take, you're making decisions. You can stay laying in your position. You're making decisions based on your breath. So choose to take an expansive breath in this flat position on the ground, taking a deep breath in through your nose and a full breath out of your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose and a full breath out of your mouth. Last one like that. Deep breath in through your nose. Letting the eyes close if they haven't already, and allowing the body to just exist. Imagine you're being breathed. This is a term I've heard meditation that was really nice. Just like you were born, you just came into existence. It's just happening to you, right? You're still involved in it. You're conscious. There's a lot of you that is just here. You're not thinking about what your hair is growing. It's just growing, right? Let your body process be like that. Allow yourself to just be breathed. Let the lungs do the work. Let the effort be based on trust. And make those decisions in your everyday life. So just listen to your breath in this moment and make a decision for yourself based on trust. I love you guys, and I hope this practice was good for you. Please feel free to donate to our my yoga fund, basically. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So again, finding the silver lining in all of this has been something based on my breath that I've been able to do, right? I think it's a blessing to be able to reach you all the way in South Africa. How y'all doing? In South Korea, what's good? Just teaching people across the world is something I love to do. But your donations do help. They help. I got kids. So I appreciate you for practicing with me. If you can, please go ahead and donate. At least like or share the video so I can keep spreading this message of freedom and creativity. And be easy. Be easy. Peace and love, y'all.